Hi there, and welcome to or welcome back to the Soul House Yoga Retreat YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about two breaths that are both warming, cleansing, and detoxifying. So we hear a lot about how breath is good for stress reduction, and it has so many health benefits breathing properly. So in yoga, the basic breath is breathing through the nose, not the mouth at all, in and out through the nose. And both of these breaths that we're going to be doing today are through the nose. However, it does help if you already know how to breathe deeply and diaphragmatically yogi breath. If you don't, then you might hyperventilate, particularly with one of these breaths. It's a little bit more challenging than the other. And so we're going to start with the simpler one, and that is called in English, skull shining breath. A lot of people get Kabalbhati, skull shining breath, confused with the other one, which we'll do next, which is bellows or Bhastrika or breath of fire. They are different. However, the benefits both warming, cleansing, detoxifying. Kabalbhati, you want to emphasize the exhale. You can think in your mind that you are literally pushing out, expelling the toxins. And that could be physical, mental, emotional. We have all sorts of things that can affect us, and make us feel toxic inside. And so I'm going to demonstrate a few rounds of this, and it is like this, emphasizing the exhale, eyes closed, breathing through the nose. You'll hear my exhale. The inhale, inaudible, or maybe you hear it a little bit. And you have to inhale in order to exhale. So it's the only reason we're inhaling is to get that big exhale. Here I go. That is Kabalbhati. So when you're new to Kabalbhati, you might want to do about 15 rounds, which is what I'm going to do today. And so let's do this together, breathing through the nose. Your pace doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but do the best you can to make your breath a little faster and to emphasize the exhale, pushing the belly in. And here we go. Exhale fully, and then inhale through the nose. Hold the breath in, and if you can do this, squeeze your lower internal muscles, pull in and up on the big diaphragm muscle at the base of your ribs, and drop your chin down and in. It's not dropping the head. Now I'm talking, but you're holding your breath in. Maybe you didn't do all the muscular pulls, that's okay. And now if you do have the muscular pulls, release them and exhale. Hold the breath out, and again, if you can, add these what we call bandhas or locks, squeezing the lower internal muscles, the big muscle at the base of the ribs, chin down and in. Inhale and exhale. Good. And you can do 2 or 3 rounds of Kabalbhati. Now, there's another breath that we use a lot in Kundalini Yoga, but it's not unique to Kundalini Yoga, and that is called breath of fire. And so I believe the breath of fire is a little more challenging because you are making your inhale and exhale equal. And that's a little bit more challenging. So if you feel with this one that you're running out of breath, you are losing the rhythm of the breath, or you start to get dizzy, lightheaded, or nauseous, you might be hyperventilating, and we do not want you to hyperventilate. So perhaps practice with Kabalbhati a little bit first. And again, some people think that they are the same breath. They really aren't. If you look at the yogic texts, they are a bit different, though they're both rapid and warming. So here is the breath of fire for a few rounds. Okay, and that is a moderate breath of fire. When you're new to breath of fire, you might have to go a little bit slower and just think about emphasizing, don't think too much, think about emphasizing that breath in and out equally. So here, let's go a little bit slower. And then for the more practiced person, let's go a lot faster. So that is like this. Now, what you might have noticed if you looked closely is I was not moving a lot in my shoulders. I've dropped my breath down It's a deep diaphragmatic breath. So it is engaging a lot of the energy and area of our rib cages, the belly, the low back, solar plexus. Okay. So the breath of fire is really fabulous. It cleanses the mucus lining of the lungs. It oxygenates the blood. It helps to balance the energy. So if you are nervous about something and you need to calm down, you can use it for that. If you're tired and you need a little energy boost, you can use it for that. And so the breath of fire is a really great breath, provided that you do it correctly. So I'm going to do one more round. And I'm going to do the moderate round so that perhaps you can try it with me one more time. At the end, this time we'll hold the breath. And again, you can apply those energy locks or not. This time I will not. And let's do a round of breath of fire together. Here we go. Good. And now inhale and exhale. I want to make these not too long, so I just want to conclude by saying you can think of your body like a balloon when you do yoga breathing. You may have heard that before. So as you inhale, you're expanding the balloon, and as you exhale, you're contracting. And that's really important when you're doing Kabalbhati and breath of fire, that you bring the balloon down and deep. And so the breath of fire can be used if you need a little bit of energy. I've had students that are depressed tell me that it helps them with that a lot. If you are a Kundalini yoga practitioner, it's really useful to learn this breath properly. The last thing I'll say before I sign off today, there's so much to say about the breath, is that if you did not get the breath of fire, the way you can practice that until your breath drops down is like a dog panting, literally, with the tongue out, and you want the tongue way out. And so I will just show you that very briefly, tongue way out. And you see that inhale coming in and the exhale going out. Do not be discouraged if yours doesn't look like that in the beginning, because that takes practice. Yoga by definition, well, there's two definitions. One, the union of mind, body, and breath. So that breath is really important. Breath controls mind, mind controls body. Oh, there goes some balloons. I didn't plan that. I wonder if you saw those balloons. That's perfect. And then the other is that yoga is ceasing the fluctuations of the mind. We often use the breath for that, but that'll be in other sessions. Different ways we use breath could be mantra, many different breathing techniques in yoga. But now you've got the warming, cleansing, detoxifying ones for balancing energy, for giving you energy, for helping you feel more alive. So thanks very much for tuning in again. We'll be doing more stuff on lifestyle, yoga. And again, I'm really gearing towards super agers and baby boomers. Any age can benefit from this. But as I am in that category and I've been doing yoga a long time, I want to share it with people to know they need to keep doing it until their last breath. Thank you. Have a great day. Namaste. Sat Nam. Om Shanti.